Okay, so dog assembly. Here we go. We are at the part where it says stuff body, legs, arms, and tail. So I didn't show stuffing the head. So this is just sort of how I do this. I think that stuffing is kind of whatever. And the firmness that you choose, that's also kind of a little bit preference, like, you know, depends on how you want it to look. It looks to me like the arms and legs aren't stuffed like that firmly, but the body and the head are probably kind of firm. So, like, let's see. What are you? Are you an arm or a leg? This is the tail. Arms are longer, so this must be a leg. So I take little bits at a time and just shove them down and then add until I'm at kind of the firmness and shape that I want. It looks like their feet are kind of firmly firm, and then sort of maybe lighter in the rest of the leg, because it looks like it's sort of like almost like he's sitting on it. So let's see. So anyway, it's pretty, you know, it's just stuffing things. So I think for the leg, that probably looks pretty okay. So I will stuff all these pieces and be back. Okay, so here's my pieces. I have like these stuffed pretty firmly at like the ends, but then thinner as I go up. The body is pretty firm. I have like this much stuffing left out of the 2 bags. Not sure if that's helpful. So I'm gonna continue sewing now. I'm gonna do the body to the head. So we have 2 tails here. I guess we don't need both. I think I'll probably just fasten one off now and tie it off. So let's see. I mean, technically this already is fastened off, so I'll just weave this in a little, not much, and then just kind of run it down here and get rid of it. Okay, so I'm gonna sew this. I don't think it really matters, but with my join to the back, like toward the back, like this. And this should be pretty straightforward. We're just sewing the 2 lines of stitches together. So let's see. Well, maybe I'll rotate this around a bit and see how it... maybe we'll start here. Okay, so I'm just gonna basically come in here, grab a loop of this stitch, and grab a loop of a stitch at the top and tighten down. And I'm just gonna do this around. So I'm gonna go under this stitch here and then come up and go under this next stitch here. and just basically keep doing this around. And then tighten. And this should be stitch for stitch basically, if I remember right. So just continuing around like that, tighten down, and so I'll be back after I finish this around. Okay, so I'm not quite all the way around, but I'm gonna put some more stuffing into the neck and try to sort of work it up and down so that it connects those two pieces, so we can try to prevent having a floppy neck. I'm always surprised at how much more stuffing I can get in here, because if you stuff it sort of too much before you start sewing, it's hard not to get it all, like, you're running your needle through it and catch pieces and everywhere. So there's usually a little room left at the neck. So let's see, I think that could use even a little more. Okay, and then let's see if that seems like enough. So grab a stitch here, try not to get too much of the fluff in there. I mean, that seems like it's going to be pretty good and not floppy. And now, since it's, you know, closer and I can't separate this out as more, I'm just doing one by one instead of doing it in one motion, going through both at a time. Okay, so looks like we're at our next to last stitch here. I'm gonna pull that good to tighten it. Okay, yeah, got a pretty solid head. So let me see, I'll come down, do one more, and now I'm gonna take this, and first I'm going to just run it across to the back. It's not really necessary, it just, I tend to like to do tails from the back because they're less noticeable, you know. And then I'm just gonna catch a stitch here. So I'm gonna go under a stitch, come through the loop that I made, knot that down good, and then I'm gonna weave this end in a little. So take it through. I want to do this in a way that it's not super noticeable. So I'll take it through a couple of stitches here. And then after I've taken it around a little bit, I'll just stab into the body and come out elsewhere. And pull that tight a little, trim it. Okay, and now we got arms and legs and tail now. I guess I'll do the tail next. So I'm just gonna go to the back and just eyeball where I kind of think the center is gonna be. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna sew this one probably in a similar way. Let me think, am I gonna do it like we did the nose? I don't know. So there looks good, I think. Let's see. Dog, tail, dog. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Okay, so we're just going to come down here. We're going to grab a stitch from the bottom. And then I'm going to come out here underneath. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is all the way around, I'm just going to grab from the bottom and then just come out underneath a stitch. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. Okay, where I'm coming out now from the top. All the way around. Man, this does not want to catch this. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna complete that all the way around and I'll be back. Okay, so sewed around back to where we started. I'm gonna just run this down a few stitches so it's at the bottom and do the same thing to tie off that I did before. And then tighten that down. Then weave this in just a little and then run it through the body, and I'll be back for the arms and legs. Okay, so here are our hands, here are our legs. The legs are shorter, hands are longer. Let's see. So it looks like our legs start underneath basically and go out to the sides like this. And then, so it looks like there's there's a little bit of space in between. So, and they do seem kind of like quite a few rows are sort of laying underneath. So let's see. I think this looks decent. And then this one here. So let's turn this over and see what it looks like. I can't see what it looks like with my hands in the way. Nope, come back. All right, so it looks like we're gonna be, no, get back up here. Oh my goodness. Okay. It looks like we're gonna be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I'm gonna be sewing them to round 6, basically. And like I'm gonna have about 3 to 4 stitches width in between the body up here. So I'm gonna probably, do I want to close this up? Yeah, I think I do. So I'm real quick I'll probably do this to all of the appendages. I'm just gonna run back and forth and close this up real fast. And I'll do that for the other leg and the arms as well. Okay. Okay, so I think that this looks kind of like a good spot for the legs. I'm gonna hold this in place and come to the back here. And we basically have the inner corner of this touching this first round here. And then, oh wait, we want it more out to the side. and then angled back kind of towards the tail. So it is hard to hold this in place, but I'm going to sew this in place here. I should have had my needle already threaded. No, don't fall off. All right, fine. Okay. So, let me see. Looks okay. So, I'm gonna come around this way, and I'm just gonna come down into the body, go under a stitch, and then scoot under here so that I can get under that whole like ridge of stitches basically, and then come up through, and then just I'm going in right next to where I just was, coming back out, just sort of stepping down one at a time. How are we getting further? Yeah, stay where I put you. Okay. I want to keep this corner. I'm kind of near that. I could just loop this through again and that would stop happening. Or at least it would limit it. Okay, so where are we? We're going up. We are stepping over. Okay, so I think that that is not bad. We might want to sew some stitches in there. We will see. So now I'm going to try to place my other leg in the same spot. Which isn't gonna necessarily be easy. And I'm gonna find my join and make that be the bottom again, this little join right here. Okay, so where's my join? So it looks like if I line her up about here, like that. That looks like it's gonna turn out okay. So yeah, that looks pretty even to me. So I'm gonna sew this one on and I'll be back. Okay, so I think our placement for the legs is fine, and I probably will want to do some sewing like along in here. So I'll start with this one since I'm still attached. So I might end up needing more yarn, but maybe not. So let's see, I don't want this to be super visible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my finger here where I want the edge of the sewing to be, and then I'm gonna like bend this back so that I can get in here. And I'm just gonna come in here, scoot under a stitch. Our goal is that this will mostly be covered. I'm gonna come in here by the leg itself as it lays back down, and just scooting across. That's not too bad, and it's not showing, so we might go with that. So for now, after, you know, until I do the other one, I'm just gonna run this to the back, and then I'll do the same to the other one and be back. Okay, so I think that's pretty good, and we're just gonna tie these off. So just gonna do what I did before. Actually, I wanna throw one more over here. Like, I just wanna get this side tacked down a little better, so I'm just gonna go through here, go through the body, and then come out over here. To just tack that corner down a little bit better, because it seems a little bit loose to me. All right, anyway, so same way I've done before, tie down, weave in, and then disappear into the body for both of these, and I'll be back for the arms. Okay, so the arms look like they kind of wrap around the back, like little shoulders. So, and let's see, they might be a little lower down, because this is, they're at the bottom of the scarf. Come here, scarf. So yeah, maybe about there. Does that look about right? Okay, I think. Yeah, I think this will work. So oh, I forgot to put these two ends together. Where's my join? There's my join. I want my join to be kind of the bottom. Okay. So we got it angled down toward the leg a little, starting at the back. And that looks decent to me. So we're going to sew this one on, and then we'll try to match the other one to this one. Okay. Let me get this up one more so that it's where I want to start. And then, okay. No, you need to be further back, don't you? Okay. So We're gonna do basically the same thing. Well, are we? No, we're not. We're not gonna do basically the same. We're gonna do a little bit different. So I just came out. I'm gonna go in from the top and catch my stitches like that, and then just come in here and grab a stitch from the bottom like that, and then come up back in through the top, and I'm gonna try to grab the stitch from the bottom at the same time and do that all the way down. I think this is a whip stitch. And last one. Okay. Now, I'll try to match the other arm and probably end up doing a little bit of the same stitching along here. Find my join. I want that to be on the bottom. Okay. All right, so let's try to get this situated. Oh, wait. Well, I guess this join doesn't really matter that much. Technically, I should have had it joined so that this join was to the back this way, I guess. But here it maybe doesn't matter that much. So we'll just do it both the same way. Don't fall off of there. Okay, so how does this look? Does this actually, yeah, I think that looks okay. All right, so I'm going to hold this here, sew this on the same way, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I don't think that's too bad. So we're going to do the same thing we did before and just get a couple stitches inside here holding this down. So I'm gonna just come through here and come out probably 3 to 4 rows down on the other side. And then I'm just gonna do what I did last time basically on both of these. Oh, that's not far enough forward, is it? Okay, I'm going to take that out and move up further. Let's see, we'll go 2 rows further down, so like maybe like 4 or 5 rows from the... Okay, for real this time. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna run this to the back here to tie it off. And then I'll do the same thing on this side, tie this off, weave in the ends, and then be back. Okay, so here we are. Pieces are sewn on. Ends are woven in. And I think he's pretty cute. And now we just wrap the scarf around the neck and tie it. So here we go. Let's see. The scarf is a real nice touch, honestly. And you could totally make other color scarves. Oh my goodness. The scarf does a lot. The scarf is cute. Let's see. Let's mess around a little bit just for fun. That's cute too. Okay. Now which way do you want to curl this way? Okay. I think that that's actually kind of adorable with the scarf, and I totally think I should make more scarves in other colors. And here he is. What's your name? Carl? Here is box. Here is finished product. I stick by switching the ears. I think that that's cute. And I feel like he's pretty cute. I feel like he looks pretty good. And there he is. So hope this helps. I hope you like your final product. I actually kind of like mine a lot. This might be my favorite. What else have I made? An otter, a unicorn, cat. This might be my favorite so far. So till next time.